my channel, Southernyankee Beauty. I thought today I wanted to play with a palette from Pat McGrath and do several looks with it because I see it on other people. I absolutely love this palette on other people. But when I put it on me, I haven't really loved the looks that I've gotten. And I think it's because the lightest shade for like blending in they're pretty dark shades, and I don't have really dark skin, but anyone from like really kind of like a deeper medium to dark I think would love this. And this is one of the oldie but goodies from Pat McGrath. It is the subversive palette, so the one in the purple packaging, number 3. This is the third one she came out with. So let me just show you it really quick. Also, I can't find it. I don't know where it went. Probably a cat knocked it over, but normally I have you guys set up on the mirror, and the magnetic thing that connects my phone to my mirror, I don't know where it went. So anyway, let's get into this. So hopefully it's going to be okay. I'll just zoom in if I have to. This is the palette. So you can see that this shade here is the lightest shade. Beautiful colors in here. I just struggled with this. Obviously this deepens it up. You've got a shimmer here. These are the 4 special shades, and then these are like some metallic shades here. So I want to try doing a couple of different looks. I'll do my best to tell you what the colors that I am using are, and I will also do my best to kind of zoom you in because I am going to have to look this way and you guys are here. It's the best I'm going to be able to do, but you know I'll have close-ups at the end of the video anyway with like the look, the eyes, so you can see it. So on my eyes today, because I was out and about today, all I actually had on was Hourglass, and I had just some the Hourglass bronzer and then the Hourglass highlighter in my eyes. So we're gonna just take that off. I have a little bit of on the bottom some brown eyeliner as well as mascara, and I'm just gonna leave that. We'll freshen up the mascara as we go, as we need to, but I'm just gonna try to do this as like simple as possible. I don't have too much going on down here. So all right, look at all that. Okay, so we can freshen up. Okay, so obviously you don't have to use the brown to start, which I think the brown, let me see, is called Deep Shade. If I put this here, I can do it. Okay, so we're gonna start with that basic brown shade, and I'm going to just clean this off. I'm gonna go in lightly, just really, really lightly with it. All right, let's see if I can work this out and how I'm doing it. So you guys might just get a little bit of a different angle. All right, so we're just gonna tap that in right in here. Let me know. Oh, you know what? I should grab my microphone. Hold on. I have a new microphone that I want to try out. All right, well, I'm not off to a good start. I did film that whole look, and then it didn't record, or I forget to hit play or whatever. So I didn't get it all off here either. I just took it off. We're going to redo it, and because I want to show you one of the people's favorite shades in here is Gigabyte, which is the green special shade, which is this one right here. Okay, so I'm not gonna start with that. The only one in here that is a matte really is this one here. It's called Deep Shade. So that is what I'm going to start with. I actually feel like it's a little tacky from that, but I think it's okay. So I'm going to go in lightly here with the Deep Shade. I mean, it's even called Deep Shade. So I could use this. This palette was like number 3 in her lineup. She definitely, this one is more, it's beautiful. I would say it's a little bit catered more towards like a mixed skin or a deep skin tone. I think this would be beautiful. If that is your skin tone, ignore this. We'll fix all that. So if that's your skin tone, I think you would really like this shade. And I always think these shades pop. Like I watch Kinky Sweat, Alicia, and I really, really love her when she wears this palette. I think it is just absolutely stunning on her. It's just not that way with us. Well, not I say us, I mean me. because it's, but I still can get pretty looks with this. But I haven't used it and played with it in a while. And I think I owe it to myself to do a little bit more with this. These are not cheap. They're expensive. They're $125. I will say, I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of disappointed in Pat McGrath. I was like, I just ordered a palette. It's delayed because of the breach and the Microsoft, well, not breach. I guess it was an update from CrowdShare or something. Anyway, it was supposed to be here today. Now it's saying like a whole nother week because of that mess. So I thought, well, let's play with this. So while I'm telling you what I'm doing, I'm going to tell you my thoughts on this. So now I'm going to go into the shade Lazarus. So this is a brown shade, like just a basic metallic. I think you could use this one, and we will try it as, instead of using the deep shade, as like use it as a matte, even though it's not. All right, so this one I'm just sort of sticking right in here. So I was thinking about Pat McGrath. She, I used to buy everything she put out. Her big palettes, even though they're $125, have always been like super extra special. But she really hasn't been doing anything. I don't know what's going on with her and the brand. She's been coming out with like palettes that are all repeats. And so if you, like me, and you're a collector, you've got all of the shades. So I'm not buying just a new curation of the same shadows that I have for 25 bucks. Now, there's a difference because when, for instance, Natasha Denona, she just came out with the mini rose palette. That's what I'm waiting on. And this is annoying me. Let me put this in instead. It's all repeat shades. So if you have a lot of her stuff, you probably have those shades as well. But the difference being, where's my other clippy clip? I know now. Oh, right here. The difference being that hers are $27 when she does it. It's in a mini form. And for me, her little minis are so great for like travel. I actually take her minis all the time to travel. So the rose palette's very pink, very beautiful, but also it's great for travel, and it's only $27. And so instead of carrying 5 different palettes with me, or 3 different, or 2 different, I think it's 3 different palettes with me to get that look, I can just take those 5 and I'm good to go. Here, this is quite big and chunky. And to have, and it's not 5 repeat shadows, right? It's 10 repeat shadows, and it's $125. So that's why I think people are fussing over what Pat's doing, because I've heard people say, well, like, it's not no different than what she's doing. It is. It's quite a bit different than what she's doing, price point alone. And then also travelability with these palettes. All right, now I'm going to go into Gigabyte. So for Gigabyte, I'm going to use a little bit more of a denser brush. You can see I used it already. And Gigabyte is this pretty sort of gold green. These 4 shadows are always special shades with Pat McGrath. But yeah, I think Pat McGrath's gotten a little lazy, or maybe she had supply chain issues. I don't really know. I love her stuff, and I love all these, like the palettes that I have. But I would really, really love it if she would come out with something new, or do what Natasha's doing and do minis or baby pats, right? Like she could do a baby pat palette and then have 5 shades in it for $25 or $30 that you can buy to try out the shades, and that are a new color coordination and something that's a great little travel companion, right? So then I would like it. Okay, so that is a absolutely stunning, stunning look. And because it's got sort of that green gold in it, it works really well with blue eyes. This is going to look good with, this color should look good with every single eye color that there is. Now I'm going into Skin Show Fever. This is a little more gold than I'd like. Again, it's catered to darker skin tones. But if you are a light skin tone, you absolutely can still use this. Don't be afraid of this color. It's just a little darker gold than what is in some of the others. And if you have any of her other palettes, then just dip in there if you want a little bit of a brighter, lighter inner corner. So we're going to use that up here as well. And then I just tap it to kind of blend it in. All right, and then on the bottom, what I did is just to keep it really simple, I went into the deep shade. That's just the brown matte that's in here, because I'm not going to keep taking all this off for everyone that we're doing. I'll probably just keep until I get to the last look. I'll keep this brown on the bottom. I just want to focus on showing you each of the shades on the top, because I'm just using 2 or 3 per look. There we go. So here we go. Just real quickly, there is look number 1. And I will put some pictures at the end of each of these looks for you guys as well. So let's fix our blush. What do I have here? A Rare Beauty. I have this Rare Beauty here. We'll use this one. I'm sure this one will be fine. All right, friends, I'm going to go ahead and take some photos, and you can use her other stuff as highlights, like this color right here. This is VR Pink. This is a pretty highlight too, for because she does call these face palettes. So you can use these on your face. Can you see that? So you can use them all over your face. And there's a one of the special shades is called Astral Ghost Orchid, and we can use that one on our cheeks when we do the like purple shades, which aren't going to be next, but they're going to be the last look.
Pink champagne, I'm totally vibing. It's true what they...
Hey guys, this look, in fairness, scares me a bit because I'm starting out with the black, which is called Extreme Black. I'm going to use it as lightly as I can for a little bit of a backdrop and blend it in, barely there, right? But this packs a massive, massive punch. So you want to go in light with this. And we're going to use one of the shades that I absolutely love in this palette, and it's called VR Pink. And it is one of the special astral shades in here. But yeah, I would really like to see Pat come out with another one of these palettes this year, because I haven't even really loved her like holiday launches either. Recently, like the first couple she did were the best, and then we've went downhill. So I don't know what's going on with Miss Pat, but if you're watching, Miss Pat, maybe do some mini pats, some small palettes for repeat shades. Not even like the 8-pan, but like a smaller one. And then I would like to see some more special shades and some more nice, really great, vibrant color stories. She's the best at putting really beautiful color stories together. We just need her to do it. So I don't know what's going on. All right, friends. So now I'm going to go in with Black Metal. That is the one that I showed you in the beginning. And we are going to use the same here, but it is a metallic black right here. And I think it's got like flecks of like silver in it. So we're going to go in and we're going to use that right here. Let me bring you guys closer. All right, so I'm going to look in the mirror while I do this. Okay, so that I can go a little darker with. That's what I always start light, because you can, if you go in heavy, it's hard to take it off. But if you go in light and then you're like, oh, I can do more, then you can pull the shade in that you want. Actually, so I'm seeing a couple color combinations now that I'm doing this. Like, this would really look pretty with this purple shade called Blitz Amethyst too. I'm going to stick with my first thing and do the rose with it, but I'll show you the Blitz Amethyst, as I think you can do both. So I'm going to go in with this one. That's probably going to look better with me. That's the VR Pink. This, though, is a beautiful shade, and this is the Blitz Amethyst shade. Really, really pretty. So you could stick that there too, and I think that would be pretty. You could also go in with the Night Creature shade, and these two look good together. I've done looks with the Night Creature and the Gigabyte together. That's a really cute look. But we are going to stick real quickly and just do the VR Pink next. So I'm using a flat brush. Sorry about the angles because I don't know what the thing is for my phone. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and stick this on, but I am going to look this way. And I may make this a little darker, this pink here, after I get it on. I want to lay it in first and pull it up. All right. I might wet this. I'm just curious. I don't think I've ever wet her shades. That is beautiful. That's like a trust the process, right? You're just making kind of a fake, not really a cut crease, but like a nice like line going up in here and blending that out into that gray shade, which was the extreme black that we did so gently. In fact, I need more of that black on now on the metallic. I'm going to put the metallic black in and we'll just blend that upward, I think. I think that will look great. So I'm going to go back in with metallic black and pop it like right up in here so that can, so like I probably could have skipped the black matte altogether, honestly, and it would have been fine. But we didn't, and we'll use the orchid shade up on the top. Okay, good, good, good. All right, let's use, that's what Grayson says. He's good, good, good. All right, let's use this here. Yeah, I'm glad I used the pink because I think for me, the dark with this pink kind of lightened things up a little bit. And that's been the issue with me. It's been a little bit of a darker, this like for me is more of an evening palette than a day palette, which is fine. I'm just going to see what I already have on here and before I add more because the blacks are so pigmented. And again, I'm using the metallic black, which is called Black Metal. So you're going to get sparkles all the way on these looks because coming up, we're going to not be using any mattes at all. And then you can go in with your finger and like deepen it up. If you use your finger, it's going to be a little bit more punchy for sure. And I also do want to try to wet it and just see. I don't even know if it does anything if you wet it. We'll find out. Let's do it right now. I think I'm going to like this look a lot. Okay, so when you wet it, it seems to take on more of a little bit more metallic, a little bit more vibrant. But honestly, I don't think you need to do that. All right, so for this look on the bottom, I am going to go ahead and take that black metallic shade and pop it down here. My kitty's coming over. I hope she doesn't knock anything over. In fact, I'm going to, same brush, use the pink shade and just have the VR Pink meet with the black. Like that. That's pretty. Okay, so at the top, I'm going to use the Astral Ghost Orchid for a highlight shade, and I will also use that on my cheeks. Okay, so this is Astral Ghost Orchid. We might want to try this one out on its own too and just see, like, I don't know if we're going to have time or patience, but just because I think that might be also quite pretty on the lid. And again, we're going to use that right here. Astral Ghost Orchid. Can't see too much of a difference between that with the VR Pink when you put them on your, when you put them so close together. A little bit, not much. All right, and for this one, just because it needs a little definition, this one I am going to go ahead and just put a coal black liner in, like that. I wish I had like a, this is Pat McGrath too, a liner that, or an eyeliner that, mascara that was like soft where you could just keep reapplying and it's not going to get clumpy, but no such thing exists that I'm aware of. Okay. All right, this turned out pretty. I think I like this look. This is actually, I think if I had like a pretty pinky purple look outfit on, I think I could wear this one out during the day. And then if I wanted to go out at night, I could really smoke it out with the deepness in the end. So let me shut my eyes. What do you guys think? Okay, this one I like. I like this better than the Gigabyte one. All right, so let's go do another one.
Pink champagne, I'm totally vibing. It's true what they say, it's all about timing.
This look is going to be mostly purple, but we're going to start with the metallic brown, the Lazarus, and we're going to use that as our transition shade, and then we'll get into the Night Creature shade. So we're going to just start this off, and I'm going to do this shade lightly. Probably should have used a smaller brush, but I think that's fine, right? We could have used the deep shade too, the deep brown matte. Ooh. Yeah, like I'm not loving that right there. I mean, it doesn't matter because we're going to go over that. Just not loving it. So sometimes what I'll do is just wipe that top off and then we're good. I think I'm trying to go too fast. I usually just really take my time when I do my eyes because I don't know. I guess it's fun for me. It's like a little creative outlet, like many of you. It's just fun. Okay, so this is actually fine. It's just because of the way the light is and the way I'm having to film, it's looking a lot darker. This is what both of them look like. It's just this is where all the light is, and this there's not. So that's what we're dealing with. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the Night Creature shade, which for those of you that don't have the palette is this beautiful purple concoction here. It's almost like a fuchsia purple. So let me go here and that's going to be on the bulk of the eye, and I'm going to come up a little bit here with it. That is such a pretty color. And we're going to use that other special shade, the orchid one, on the inner part of the eye, and really give a moment to that shade. Okay. All right, I'm just going to go in with nothing on my brush and blend, but that's pretty.
And honestly, looking at it in the light, I do think that that also looks good with blue eyes. I don't even really know if I've like used the shade much. If I did use it, I probably used it one time for like this, for like a video. But looking at it now, I quite like it. I want to bring it up right there. Like bring it right up there to the brow area. Because then I'm going to go in with the next shade and we can put that in the inner corner and up here. Okay, so the next shade is going to be the Astral Ghost Orchid. And this shade I am going to try to wet because this is like a much more like crumbly shade. Let's see what this does. You see that? And we'll try to put this on our cheek as well. So this is like got just like a light lavender hue. It blends really well into what's the shade I'm using? I can't remember. Night Creature. So it basically goes like, it almost looks like a lavender or pink, and then into the darker shade, which again, I don't think you guys are seeing really well due to the lighting situation here, but hopefully it shows up when I take the photos, because I have the ability to like kind of focus in on the eyes with the photos and like make the colors really pop out with my editing. So I can, hopefully I'll be able to show you guys that. Really pretty. All right, so I need to wet this one. I'd like it better wet. This is not wet. This is wet, just to see, I don't know if you guys can see the difference, but I can. So I do like it wet, and I also think it's going to help it stay without having to put a glitter primer on. There, but for the inner corner, I am not going to do that. I'm just going to put it on normal. And same thing for up here. It is crumbly though. It's kind of hard to get it to, maybe with my fingers, it's hard to get it to stay. Oh, there it is. Oops. All right. So this is a neat shade because like it doesn't show up much, but then you turn your head and it's like pow, like right there where I didn't really need it. Okay, this is the eye. And then actually what you could also do, I think this eye needs it. I think you got to add a little bit of the black just for some depth right here. All right. Don't you feel like it needs the black? A little bit. I think it needed that depth. Or you could have left it if you wanted it more for day. But I think even without the black, it was too intense for a day look. I think it definitely needed that. All right. Now I'm just going to take this, wipe it over everything. Get a nice little blend going. I'm even going to take my finger and go right back in the middle here with Night Creature, because we lost a little bit of Night Creature, I think. That's pretty. Really nice. Man, maybe I should have played with this a little more. I feel kind of guilty that I didn't give this palette the love that it needed. And everybody was saying what a gorgeous palette it was, and I just wasn't having, maybe my first attempt, I didn't know how to use it, or I don't know. I wasn't having the best luck with it the first go around. That's why it's sometimes fun too to kind of come back and take something that you haven't done before and just sort of do it again. That's going to be the last look for now because I just lost my light. I got to plug it in. Well, that's fine. All right, I'm going to finish this up, the details, and take some pictures so you guys can see how beautiful this one actually is. Hold on. Okay, guys, on my lips, I finished up with this lipstick called Seba right here. I'm trying to see who this was by. Just a Seba matte. I can't tell who this is, but I don't know. I'll let you know. I'll list it. I gotta put a magnifier on that sucker. Too Faced Unicorn Tears went over it because it has a little bit of like a purpley pink hue. And to finish off the eyes, the black on the top is simply I just stamped the black shadow from the palette on there. And then on my cheeks, I went in with a Rare Beauty Truth, which is a color that scares me. And then I went in with the Astral Ghost Orchid. Let me show you that Truth one, because that is like a color that's difficult to pull off if you have light skin. And I thought, well, since we're trying stuff that I'm not comfortable with, this is one of them. When you see this, you're going to be like, whew. But it actually, when you go lightly, it's quite beautiful. Really dark. And you can see that the Ghost Orchid Astral, whatever shade is right there as a little bit of a highlight. Okay, that's that, friends. So that is 3 looks. I may do more with this, but if you like these videos with like multiple looks, let me know. And let me just close my eyes since I'm in the natural light here of the outside. And I will also have pictures of this one coming up for you here in a minute.
Pink champagne, I'm totally vibing. It's true what they say, it's all about timing. I'm doing okay, for the first time in a while. Can't help but love my style, just caught in the feeling. So much glitter, you can't forget her, a superstar.